Shit. Let me cut this music down a little bit because I don't want the I don't want it to overpower what I'm saying. It's super late. Everybody's probably asleep. Are you dumb like me? That's my question. Are you stupid like I am? Um um I'm not sure uh if anybody else out there like me, but I fuck my own shit up a lot. Um my trauma and my paranoia make my life really difficult to live. I can't have shit. I can't have shit. I can't have nothing. I can't have nothing good because of it. Motherfucking people think that being tough and being a gangster is cool and all that shit. And doing a whole bunch of wild shit is commendable. But people people fail to realize the impact that it has on your life after you get out of that shit. After you experience certain things. Um if you're a man and you love a woman, it's gonna affect that the most. Because it's gonna make you feel like every single woman is a whore. And your survival mode is gonna kick in. Your survival mode is gonna kick in and you're gonna start to get suspicious about shit. It don't matter what it is. It don't matter what she's doing, it don't matter how hard she's trying. It doesn't matter. You're gonna revert back to your survival mode. So so you don't get hurt because in the streets, if you slip you're gonna die. That was a nice chill beat. I wanted to hear that real quick. But in the streets if you slip you're gonna die. Period. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. Once it's over, it's over. So that survival mode is very serious. It becomes more important than anything you got going on. It becomes more important than anything anybody else got going on. You know what I mean? Um, so you sticking to your guns, but it destroys good things all the time. Niggas fuck up their lives and niggas fuck up relationships because they can't let go of certain things that made them survive in the streets. I'm niggas. I'm niggas. I'm one of them niggas. Um, I don't regret it because I'm alive because of it, but I do regret it because I can't have shit good. And when I say I can't have shit good, I mean everything good that comes to me, I always think it got something that come behind it. Because in the streets, everything that was good has something that came behind it. You don't get something for nothing. So when a woman will come into my life, she's a quality person. I like quality women. I'm just gonna put that out there right now. I don't like no skeezers. I don't like no horror sluts. I don't like bitches like that. I like quality women. Um, but when women come into my life, you know, um, I stick to my guns because growing up and then going through certain shit, it's like the woman is your biggest weakness. So if you give her your strength, it's like Samson in the Bible. He slept with a prostitute and she cut off all his hair. But Samson's hair was his strength. Um, I feel like if I relinquish certain things to a woman, it makes me less of a man and it makes me vulnerable. That's not something I'm willing to do. And it's at my own detriment. I want nice things, you know. And the nicest thing you can have in this world is a woman that loves you and it's all for you, you know. But you could easily fuck that up being a real nigga, you know. You could easily fuck that shit up. Um, but it's just life, I guess. Everybody's different. This is who I am. This is me. Um, you can't really get mad at it. You just have to accept it for what it is. But to lose love is it's a different type of feeling. To lose love because you have a flaw. You have a flaw that helps you survive. So you have to let go of something that you believe is keeping you alive to have something that's going to make you ultimately happy. And for a man to do that, it's not the easiest thing in the world. Um, I don't understand it. You know, like all of us had two people that brought us here, right? Like parents and shit. Like two people had to fuck for us to be born. None of us asked for it. You know, we come out, and depending on how they treat us when we're little, is going to determine how we are when we're older. I figured out everything on my own. Everything. I got everything on my own. Everything. The world does not give a fuck about that. The world can fucking care less about that. And I'm cool with that. That's fine. I'm a man. I'm a black man. Nobody gives a fuck about me. I understand. That's cool with me. I've already accepted that. But there's another layer. I didn't know my happiness. I didn't know my joy. I didn't know my peace. It was going to come at the price of my security. I didn't know it was going to come at a price of what I thought I needed to survive. But apparently, as men, we have to We have to let that go, because if we don't let it go, then it's just going to harm people that actually love us. Because and the thing about those traumas is you can never really know. You know what I mean? The thing about suspicious is you never really know for sure. But there's a level of paranoia that comes with someone loving you. It sounds stupid, but it's real. Um, a person that grows up a certain way, a person that grows up a certain way, is automatically trained to be cautious of certain things. And you know, being alert and being ready is a double-edged sword, because even though you're prepared for a lot of things, you are trained to look at a whole lot of things you might need to worry about, and sometimes you might be wrong. And women don't really like that. Women don't really like that very much. Um, I mean, just like anybody else wouldn't like it very much if somebody accused them of doing something. But it's it just is what it is, man. Like, I didn't ask to be here. I didn't choose my parents. I didn't choose my family. But I got the fuck up and I got the fuck out. I got the fuck out my mom's house. I got my own shit and I'm trying to figure it out, and I'm not doing a real good job. I could do a lot better. As far as how to deal in relationships, I'm doing a pretty bad fucking job. Um, I don't do the whole excuses thing. So I'm just gonna stand in this. You know what I mean? And other men should stand in it as well and hold themselves accountable, because it's tough. It's not easy. You know, and other real niggas understand me. Like, if you're a real nigga, bro, you feel this, bro. You know you paranoid. You know you think about your bitch fucking other niggas because you was that nigga one day. One day you was that nigga where she was chilling at your crib. You didn't even know she had a nigga, and the next thing you know, her phone blowing up. She answer it. Where the fuck you at? Da da da. You gotta stay quiet. You lighting a blunt. It just is what it is. What goes around comes around, right? So you and your survival instincts, your first thought is, well, that's what's happening to me because I done it before. It must be karma. It's terrible. It's terrible to think that way. But it's a trauma, and living in the streets is traumatizing. And other things are traumatizing. Like I said, it's not an excuse. But as far as relationships, it really negatively affects relationships. And and this is just from my perspective. Everyone has different traumas, but I'm just speaking on how it affects relationships. Um, and the sad thing about it is, you as a man, while you think you're defending yourself, And while you think you're being cautious, your partner is getting tired of it and it's weighing on them. And they have told you a million times how they feel, but you don't care because you really believe what you believe because it's a part of your survival. So no matter how many times they try to talk to you or speak to you or explain to you what's going on, you don't care. You're not satisfied because it's something that's already locked into your mind. It's already a fact. It has to be a fact because if it's not a fact, the consequences are death. There's no way you can live a healthy life like that. There's no way you can maintain a relationship like that. The person you're with is supposed to be your partner. And trauma is it's disgusting. It's nasty. It comes from an ugly place. Trauma's caused by a extremely negative experience that leaves an imprint on you to the point where for the rest of your life you want to make sure that that never happens again. And it destroys relationships. It does. You know, sometimes I think to myself and I'm like, damn, I was raised to have integrity and morals and values. And when I went to the military, those were further instilled in me, or those concepts. But sometimes I feel like it doesn't matter. It seems like the bitch ass niggas and the hoe ass niggas and the motherfuckers that try to manipulate people, it seems like they doing a little bit more progressing than me. And a lot of times, it also feels like what adds to the paranoia is motherfuckers don't like real niggas. They want to exterminate us, bro. The world wants to exterminate real niggas. They don't like us. We don't hit women. We don't rape people. We don't play with little girls. We don't play with little boys. We stand up for shit that makes sense. We try to be law-abiding citizens. And we'll beat the shit out you if you play with us. The world don't like real niggas. They want a bunch of hoe ass niggas in the world. But see, the real nigga, his head is damaged. The real nigga has PTSD. We have PTSD. And unfortunately, our loved ones feel it the most. Because when it really gets down to it, we don't really trust nobody for real. Nobody. But you do have to trust someone. Um, you do have to trust someone. Oh, thanks to the one person watching. I appreciate you. Thank you very much for supporting my channel. I appreciate you. Um, I take pride in being, and when I say real nigga, I don't mean like nigga, nigga, nigga. When I say real nigga, I mean like a real man that really stands on something. That's what I mean when I say real nigga. I don't mean like no nigga like on the block. I mean like if you stand on morals and principles, you know. But usually, you know, that's because you was forged in fire. There were trials and tribulations you went through as a young man that made you stand on those morals and principles. And 9 times out of 10, it was an older man that helped you understand why you should stand on those morals and principles. But when you get older, if you had to survive in the streets, those defense mechanisms that was put up, and you believe and you understand the art of war, the woman is going to be your worst enemy. Let me repeat that. The woman is going to be your worst enemy in the sense of she's your greatest weakness. So what you need to do is not make her your greatest weakness by changing your perspective on life. That is not easy to do because in reality, she's not really your greatest weakness. She's your greatest strength. It's hard to make that transition. It's not easy to make that transition from looking at the woman as a weakness to a strength. Um, I've never had a whole lot of good things in my life. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I've never really had a whole lot of good things. But I fucked up a lot of good things. And I hope that doesn't continue. I can only hope it doesn't. Man, I was gonna do an open panel and have people talk to me, but I don't want to talk to nobody, bro. Ain't nobody watching this shit anyway. I'm just venting. Um, I don't like to feel things and feel like I'm not being transparent. Um, but life is good though. But you learn things every day. And one thing I'm learning about me is that leave it to me to fuck up a good thing, right? I will fuck up a good thing real fast. Just give me a minute, I'll fuck it up. Just give me a second, I'll fuck it up real good. I'll fuck it up real good. But instead of pouting about it, you know what I'm saying? Being upset about it. I'm trying to understand me and how my brain works and how the trauma from the streets is affecting my everyday life. And I'm starting to see it now. Like I'm starting to see how this trauma is negatively affecting my life and my personal interpersonal relationships. I'm very distant with people. I don't trust people. I If a woman gives me a compliment, I think she's stroking my ego. Every time I interact or I'm about to interact with a woman, I always think in the back of my head, what if she's trying to set me up? And most people will say, well, why the fuck would you think like that? You're not no drug dealer. You're not no kingpin. You're not in a certain light. Listen, anybody can get set up for whatever reason. I talk a lot of shit. It could be anything. One thing I learned in the streets is a nigga that's scared of you will kill you faster than a nigga that's not scared of you. And even before I got on YouTube, I knew that. And I still acted like that. So when you meet a person that deals with, I have to say a significant other. I can't say a woman because then I would be excluding other people that prefer other genders. So I'm just gonna say a woman. I'm just gonna say another person, a significant other. What up, Gen X? I gotta give you a wrench, bro. Give me a second, my nigga. I'm gonna give you a wrench, my nigga. Give me a second. Um, you should have been had a wrench, Generation X. My bad, my nigga. I appreciate you for support my channel. You always supported my shit, bro. You being here with nobody being here, bro, my nigga. But you know, being a real nigga ain't easy, and it really does affect our lives. That like like y'all look at niggas like me and be like, oh, you know, he think he this, he think he that, or he act like this, or he act like that, or he so this, or he so that. It's like, yeah, but I am those things. I will fuck you up. I will hurt you for real. And I don't give a fuck who you are, what you represent, where you from. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. You can be a tall ass nigga, big diesel ass nigga. If I feel like I need to put hands and feet on you, I'm gonna try my best to put hands and feet on you. I can get whooped. I'm gonna put hands. That's my nature. That's how I feel. But that doesn't translate very well into relationships. I know you don't give a fuck about no wrench, my nigga. I know. But you know, I just make sure you got one because I know you keep it a buck. And if somebody talking crazy in the chat or something, or they saying something like outlandish, like I don't want nobody blocking people or, you know, timing people out or nothing like that. But you know, eventually, you know, we think about the future, my nigga. When I get 1 million subscribers, my nigga, you feel me? And I'm gonna need you to be a mod. You see what I'm saying? So make sure you got that wrench. Make sure you got that tool on you. You know what I'm saying? But it doesn't translate well into relationships. It fucks up a lot of my relationships. The lack of trust. You know, the way I look at women based on how I was raised and brought up by my uncles. Like, all my uncles was convicts. My big brother convict. I learned how to make Jack Mac, which is pretty much like the oodles and noodle spread. I learned how to make that before I learned how to make regular food. And that wasn't by accident. Um, when I was hungry, I wouldn't make bowls of cereal. You know, I make oodles and noodles. I break up the pack first, throw it in the pot, you know, and then I guess chop up some celery, salt, pepper. I didn't put tuna fish. I don't like tuna fish. But my uncles there put tuna fish and mayo. Anyway, so what I'm saying is it put pounds on you though. It helped me get up to weight for football. They said put 5 pounds on you, bro. Just eat it with some Ritz crackers or some saltines, you be good. That's what I did. So, I mean, go back to the topic. Um, even though it keeps me alive as far as survival, when it comes to relationships, it doesn't translate very well at all. And I'm starting to see that. Um, I've lost a lot of love being this way. I lost a lot of love being this way. And it's frustrating because in a real nigga's mind, he like, yo, I'm just being a real nigga. Like, I'm standing on everything. And a woman, yeah, trust issues. Exactly. Men and women, exactly. It's not a man thing. It's both men and women. You're exactly right, Generation X. You're exactly right, 100%. It's men and women. We all have trust issues growing up in the streets. Um, it doesn't translate very well. And me personally, it's fucked up a couple of things for me. Um, and I'm just saying, like, you're not alone. If you feel like that, you're not alone. Um, but it's who I am, so I have no choice but to accept it. There have been women that's like, I just can't do this no more. And I used to be like, what you mean you can't? What you can't do what? But then as I get older, I'm like, yeah, I'm kind of an asshole. Yeah, I do. I think you a slut for real. I think you a hoe deep down inside. Do I really think that? No. But my defense mechanism is to, yeah, expect nobody understands the man, not either the ones that say they do. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Um, and but you know what, Generation X, Generation X, write in the chat if you want to have a conversation about this. If you want to have a conversation, I'll open up a StreamYards and I'll let you in so people can hear you talk. You see what I'm saying? If you want to do that, but if you don't, it's fine. I know it's a little early in the morning, but just write in the chat if you want me to open the StreamYards. I'll open the StreamYard and let you talk because I feel like you have some insight, some good insight on this. Um, but shit, what the fuck was I saying? Damn it. Even if you're trying to explain to somebody, like 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 the woman ain't gonna really give a fuck about none of that. She gonna try to understand why you think that she's this person and whatever kind of insecurities that she might have. You see what I'm saying? You don't know if you're triggering things in that woman by assuming that she's a hoe, assuming that she fuck with other niggas. What if in high school she dated a guy and she was like, I never did this before. She put her mouth on his dick and he took a picture and now she giving head to the whole school. You don't know if something like that happened to that woman. So you with your hood mentality, oh you at work, all right, well do your thing, bro. Do your thing. Like you don't know if she had that experience, but from your experiences, you like, man, the best thing for me to do is assume that this chick is a hoe. That's the best way for me to deal with that. So nobody try me, you know, because I know what I'm gonna do if a female act like she love me and then she dealing with the next nigga. I know what I'm gonna do. So I try to avoid those situations. I'm going to jail for the rest of my life, straight like that. I don't know if I try to run. When I try to run, I don't want to go to jail. But they're gonna catch you. Unless you like jump down a deep hole and live in a cave, the police gonna catch you. What's up, Pastor? Yo, Pastor, man. Let me salute Pastor real quick for being in the chat, man. Cause we chopped it up. We went at each other. That's some real nigga shit. For him to write in my chat after we done had our little exchange, you a real nigga for that, Pastor. Salute, bro. Once again, Pastor, if you wanna speak your mind, my nigga, write it in the chat. Um, and I'll open up a StreamYards and we could chop it up about this. But I'm just pretty much talking about how coming from the streets, it gives us certain traumas that fuck up our relationships. And I see this shit firsthand. In one of my relationships, my ex actually had to sit down and talk with me. She was like, "You be making little jokes, so every time I leave the house to go run an errand, you be like, oh, don't fuck with that next nigga or whatever." She be like, "You be saying it as a joke, but I'm not a hoe. I'm very faithful. Like, why do you play like that?" And I'm like, It's a it's a reflex for me. It's an automatic reflex for me to say some shit like that, to be passive aggressive because I want to put in your mind, I want to plant in your mind like, bitch, you're not playing me. Like, so if you is going to go fuck with somebody else, just know that, bitch, I know. And this was years ago. You see what I'm saying? And I have yet to actually come to terms with the fact that that's real toxic. You see what I'm saying? It's extremely toxic. It's not healthy for the relationship. Um, but when you in the streets, you ain't thinking about no relationship, dog. You know what I mean? When you struggling, trying to make sure you stay out your mama house as much as possible, so you're in the streets doing whatever. You ain't thinking about, you ain't thinking about, building nothing with no female. You think about how fast you can stack the bricks up. You know what I'm saying? You think about you think about how you can get off. You think about how you can get off this point six for $10 without nobody noticing. See what I'm saying? So niggas that gotta grow up a certain way, we ain't got a whole lot of practice with shit like that. And it is what it is, man. I'm alive. I'm 30. I'm alive. And it's real sad that I feel like that's one of my greatest accomplishments to not be dead at 30. Maybe I should start kickboxing or some shit. Maybe I should start kickboxing or release some of this anger because I gotta do something. Because being romantically involved with a woman is beautiful for what it is, but I don't trust nobody. I don't trust nobody. It's a fact. It's something that a woman needs from a man that I'm not willing to give. It's a level of trust that a woman needs from a man that I'm like, nah, can't no woman have that. The only woman that got that is my mom. And that's real shit. I'm gonna keep it a buck. The only woman that got that level of trust is my mother. And there have been points in times where I was mad at her and I was like, fuck that shit. I don't even trust her. So take that to the bank. You know what I'm saying? Pastor came through. Gen X came through. I appreciate y'all boys, man. Coming and fucking with me, man. I plan to have a whole lot more streams of consciousness or whatever, talking shit. But I feel like I need to get this shit off my chest because it's real. It's very, 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 very real. Unfortunately, it's a part of me. It's a part of me, and you know, that type of mentality really pushes the good ones away. I've done it a few times. I'm not even finna cap. I've done it a few times. I push some good ones away. Some real good ones. I'm talking about some. I'm talking about some quality females. Quality, quality. I'm talking about quality females. I'm talking about any nigga would be lucky to have them. But see, it's not so much of an insecurity as it is a defense mechanism when I feel as though Well, if you're such a quality female, a lot of niggas want you. Like, what you doing with that free time? You see what I'm saying? What you doing when I'm not around? What's going on? You know? And that's not fair. You see what I'm saying? That's not fair to that woman. It's not fair at all. And you can't come back and be like, well, you got mad that I did this because the woman is the woman. But as a man, you're supposed to be confident enough in yourself to be like, ain't no nigga better than me. She can't possibly be fucking with no nigga. That's what my brain should be doing. But instead, my brain is like, if this bitch is playing me, I don't know what's gonna happen when I find out. Am I gonna find out with a gun in my face? Am I gonna find out with a nigga robbing me? Am I gonna find out when I get in a situation that's fucked up? See, that's what my brain does. A woman don't understand that. A woman that never been in the streets don't understand that. But see, my thing, I don't like women that been from the streets. I like pretty girl. I like prissy. Oh, you like the good color of my nails? Oh, I have to tell you about this bubble bath that I just like. I like girls like that. I like girly girls. I don't like no nigga ass bitch. I don't like no tough rough ass bitch. I like a girly girl. You see what I'm saying? Um, but at the same time, they make me nervous because it's like I'm not used to them. I like them, but I'm not used to them. I'm used to bitches that sell crack and fight in the street. Like I'm used to no prissy ass girl. That's talking about how I should you start doing pedicures and manicures and keeping myself up. I'm not used to girls like that, but I like them though. I like them. It's my thing. I like prissy girls. I really girly girls. You know, that still got teddy bears in their bed and shit. I know that sounds weird. It sounds like some young shit, but it's not. It's a lot of adult women that still keep teddy bear. But anyways, but like, you know, so I mean, leave it to me to fuck up a good thing. I'll fuck it up. If you want something fucked up, give it to me. I'll fuck it up eventually. Um, I appreciate the people that are watching. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all respecting my little stream of consciousness that I have. Uh, but I felt like I'd be doing an injustice to my page to not come and have this stream of consciousness right now because I feel like it's necessary. It's a part of me. It's not overly revealing. I'm just letting people know, like, hey, bro, you're not alone. You like to catch fades. My nigga, you might have been to jail. You don't really fuck with none of the whole ass shit. You know, what I mean, you want some real shit, and but what a lot of real niggas don't want to talk about is how it goes with a girl, how it goes in that relationship, and how you feel about certain things in that relationship. You know what I'm saying? How much you love that woman, and how much you don't want to lose her. But it comes out in a more negative way because all you know how to do is push. You know what I mean? We all try to predict the future based on past events. That's a fact. Generation X. That's a fact. And see, Generation X, he a older G. So he looking at me like, oh, this nigga don't know yet. He looking at me like, yo, this nigga trying to get through it. I feel you, and I appreciate you for saying that. You absolutely right. He said we all try to predict the future based on past events. That's a fact. We go by what we learned from in the past. You see what I'm saying? We try to use that to make sure we 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 stay alive or we stay out of the bullshit. Um, And yeah, that's what I do. I'm not even gonna cap. That's what I do. So when it come to women, I deal with them with street rules. If you do a certain thing, if you act a certain way, if you move a certain way, I'm gonna treat you like a nigga that's in the middle of that's in the street with me. If you move a certain way, I'm a move, I'm a feel a certain way. Period. But see, I was never. I was married for 20 years, man. She loved me like no woman could ever, and I fucked that up. So believe me, I understand. Hey, look, listen. Um, I'm sorry that that happened, Gen X. You know, it sounded like she was down for you, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry you lost that, my nigga. You know, because when like one thing I understood, one thing I learned, one thing I learned the hard way is when a woman is done, she's completely done, and there's nothing you can do about it. You can't fix it. You can't make it better. You can't buy nothing. You can't do nothing. Once she's done, once she sees you a certain way, it's over. And you have to accept that you have no choice. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker, we gotta heal, bro. As black men, we gotta heal, bro. Everything nowadays is focused on these bitch ass niggas, man. Everything nowadays is focused on a bitch ass nigga. Everything nowadays is focused on a bitch ass nigga talking about, oh, I don't like how I was treated in high school by a chick, so I'm just gonna go my own way. And or I'm gonna what do they call it? Shame, blame, and explain? Yeah. I'm gonna shame, blame, and explain every woman I meet. Like, how the fuck did the manosphere get created, bro? How the fuck did that shit get created? By some hoe ass niggas. There's a bunch of hoe ass niggas in it. They pushing these dumbass narratives, man. Trying to go against women. We should not have a war against women, nigga. Check yourself, nigga. Be a man, nigga. Check yourself, nigga. Improve on yourself, nigga. Be held accountable of how you are, how you act. Yeah, you lost her. So what? She didn't want you. So what? Figure it out, my nigga. Figure it out. Be a man. Hold yourself accountable for your actions. Yeah, it sucks. It hurts real bad. It burns like a motherfucker to lose her. Yeah, it burns like a motherfucker to lose her. But she's not the only one, my nigga. She's just the one you just met. It's a lot of them. It's like 9 billion people on the planet. Pick a different one. Find a different one. Frequent other places. Eat at different restaurants and shit. But don't go on the internet and bash women like it's their fault that they chose not to let you fuck them or deal with them. It's not their fault. They chose what they wanted, and what they wanted was not you. So do something different. Hold yourself accountable. Self reflection is really important. It is easy. There we go, Generation X. Yeah, we are the issue. We can be the issue. In Generation X just said he was in a marriage for 20 years and he fucked it up. I'm not going to have the man go into detail. You see what I'm saying? But the man said he fucked it up. He took accountability. 20 years of marriage. He's a grown fucking man. The man said he's taking accountability for that. You see what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure through those 20 years, she showed him many signs and try to help him. You feel me? Understand her perspective, but he never did though. Maybe I'm just assuming. Don't let me speak your truth, Gen X. I know you got your own truth. My bad, brother. I'm just making an example. Um, So I don't like to come with problems without solutions. So what will be the solution? What I feel like would be the solution would be for, like I said before, us men to take accountability. We really need to stop acting like hoe ass niggas. We really need to stop acting like some bitch ass niggas and take accountability. I'm talking about all men, not just black men, not just white men, not just Asian men, all men in general. Um, take accountability. Um, don't fall short in a woman's eyes. Let that hurt your ego and then fire back at her by becoming this egotistic, egotistical, hateful bastard. You know what I mean? Um, it's not a coincidence that the manosphere is being investigated by the FBI. It's not a fucking coincidence. You wanna know why? Because it's not natural. It's not natural to feel that way about women. But it is natural for a man to take accountability and be held accountable for how he feels, what he does, what he says. That's natural. That's normal. That's why I don't commit crimes. I know eventually I'm gonna get caught. I don't want to go to jail. I am not interested in being locked in a cage with a bunch of niggas. I'm not interested in that. That is the furthest thing from what the fuck I want to do. Man, are we just gonna listen to some beats for a minute? Oh yeah, I was doing a live earlier. I did a blues stream earlier. Hey, what's up? Thank you everybody for supporting my channel and watching my shit. I appreciate y'all. Thank you very much. Um, I'm just in here kind of venting um about trauma and how it affects relationships for men especially. Um, if anyone wants to add some input, I'm just gonna keep talking to be honest. But if anyone wants to add some input and you feel like you have an opinion, let me know and I'll start a StreamYards and I can come speak your mind. But if not, that's cool. I'm cool with that. But I'm just gonna keep it 100 with y'all. I hate the space that we are on YouTube. I hate how we doing it. And if I'm gonna specify, I'm gonna specify the black sector. I'm gonna specify the black sector. It's a lot of talent in the black sector. It's a lot of dope ass people over there, but we do all this infighting. We gotta get rid of ZX. Why the fuck is he still around? I'm getting off topic. This is not turning into a roast session. I'm getting off topic. Men taking accountability. We need to definitely take more accountability. Most definitely. Um, I need to take more accountability. Uh, it affects me, and I don't know if it affects other men. Um, but the way I grew up, I have certain traumas and certain paranoias that make it hard for me to maintain a relationship. I know it didn't used to be like that, Generation X. I know, bro. I heard great stories about the black sector, how it used to be something different. I'm trying to get it back there. Um, and I think black love is gonna help it, but I'm being a negative force to the black love because I'm a problem. I'm part of the problem. Renee Dawood, I appreciate you for supporting my channel. I've never seen you in my chat before. Um, Thank you very much. You said listening to me was beautiful. I'm still talking, my G. And like I said, it's an open invitation. Um, you know, I'm not one to not let people have their thoughts be heard. So if you have an opinion, I'll open the stream yards and I'll drop the link in the chat. And if you want to talk, you can talk, my brother. No, it's no issue with that. Um, but yeah, like I was saying, definitely gotta take accountability because you know, I can't be like this for the rest of my life. I can't be like this for the rest of my life. It's gonna fuck up everything. And I refuse to let trauma fuck up everything for me. You know, good morning, good morning, good morning, my G. Salute to you. Yeah, I'm not gonna let this fuck up everything in my life, man. Not at all. So I feel like all men that come from a certain space, you know, if you can relate, that's good. You know what I mean? If you can't, then give me some advice, give me some pointers. How do I change this? You know, because I treat every female like she a female, like she a nigga in the street. For real. I'm not even gonna hold you. I'm not even gonna cap. Like, but that's not good. I can't be treating women like that, you know what I mean? As far as like how I feel like they're gonna move and how they gonna do me and all that shit. Like I'm super paranoid. Um, well, the title is Trauma Destroys Relationships. So I'm talking about how my trauma fucks up my relationships and how trauma can fuck up relationships in general. So, of course, you always gotta be yourself, dog. And that's the problem. I'm myself. That's the problem. Myself is not finna do no capping. That's the major issue. I'm always being myself. I'm always being myself every day. I'm not doing no capping at all. I'm keeping it a buck. And sometimes that's a problem, I guess. I mean, if nobody don't take nothing else from this, like, if you real and you feel like you fucked something up with a chick, you gonna get real mad. I understand how you feel. You gonna get real, real mad. And you gonna want to take that revenge out on somebody. Don't do that. Don't do that, my nigga. Chill. Just chill. Trust me. Just chill, my nigga. Cause that type of hurt, you know you're not gonna take it out on her, cause that's violation, and that's not manly. You know what I'm saying? That's not what men do. But you gonna let her have her space. But the next nigga you see, if you talk to you crazy, you gonna do something. You gonna do him dirty. I understand. I know how I feel, dog. Don't do that. Don't do that. If she wanna go, let her go. Just keep reminding yourself like, yo, I fucked up. She gonna be happier without me. She gonna be happier without me. She gonna be happier without me. Keep telling yourself that shit. That's the only thing that's gonna make yourself feel better. Because if you really fucked with her like that, you want her to be happy. So just keep telling yourself she gonna be happy without me. You feel me? That's the best way to get through it. Don't do nothing crazy, my nigga. Because whatever you do, trust me, you gonna push it to the limit. Because that shit hurt like a motherfucker. You can't do nothing about it, my nigga. You can't force nobody to feel no type of way, my nigga. People gonna feel how they feel. Period. My man, my man, Generation X said it best. 20 years, man. You know what I'm saying? I've never had a relationship longer than 3 years. He said he was married for 20. I can't imagine. You see what I'm saying? I can't imagine what that would have been like. You see what I'm saying? So that just goes to show you, like, it don't matter if you're young or old. Like, we have these issues, we have these traumas as men. It affects us a lot. You know what I mean? No matter how much of a good of a nigga we is, or no matter how respectful we is, no matter how much we gonna protect her and provide. Once we show her, drop the link. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Hold on. But you know what I gotta do though, G. Hold on. I gotta give me a second. I'm gonna have to start a stream, y'all. Just give me a second. Stream, y'all. Hold on, wait. Do I have to hide this? Do I have to? Should I hide this? I don't know. I don't know. I'm a new YouTuber. I'm a new YouTuber. I'm gonna drop this shit in a second. Give me a second. The browser can't access devices and other applications might be using your camera or a mic. I don't need to use my camera or mic, bitch. Hold on. What? Oh, there we go. Alright, cool. I figured it out. Alright, so I gotta find my motherfucking YouTube channel and put this link in the chat, man. Give me a second. I got y'all. Um, paste that right there, and then I'm gonna try to pin. I don't think I could pin the whatever. Anyways, yeah. So the link's in the chat. There we go. Is that me? Yeah, that's me. There I am. But yeah, yeah, yeah. So pretty much, you know, as men, there we go. Let me see.
Hey, you can hear me, all right?
I can hear you perfect. What's going on, brother?
Shit. Dope conversation. I just wanted to add something. I ain't gonna hold up too much time. Um, just to give a little insight about what I was saying. A lot of times, a large percentage of the time, it's not even a lot of time, is we don't even understand how we relationship, right? And having understanding of how you relationship is important to a relationship. And what happens a lot of times in a relationship, we individually go through shit that has nothing to do with the relationship. Nothing at all. I'm going through something individually. That person could be going through something individually, but we make it about the relationship. And once you make it about the relationship, you can't work on you. And people don't think it's a thing that you should be able to work on you inside a relationship. We think everything's supposed to be the relationship, when that's furthest from the truth. Because if you ain't right, you can't be right for somebody else. Now, in saying all that, I spent 20 years with somebody. We was together from 17 to 19 years old. Did a lot of great things, a lot of beautiful things, had kids, owned property, all that shit. At a young age, coming straight off the street corner into all that family shit. I didn't understand how to be a husband. She didn't understand how to be a wife. Good morning. You just know that you love that person. But love, that shit ain't enough. It's never enough for either person, for either side. That shit ain't enough. You could build a solid foundation off of it, all that shit. But when you start experiencing life, that's when that shit truly tests the relationship. It truly tests who both of you are. And when I lost my mom, I was fucked up, fucked up. And in my mind, what I expected was for that person to allow me to deal with that the way I needed to deal with that. I never put their feelings into consideration. She knew that person for the same 20 years and died. And give a fuck about none of that. That was my mom. Give a fuck about none of that. And I felt like
I
she
feel you. I
owed
feel
me
you.
that.
Yeah, I feel you.
You know what I mean? I felt like she owed me to go through that. Whatever I needed to go through, she was supposed to allow me to go through that. But that wasn't how she wanted the relationship. I understood that. Let that go. Don't blame her. I'm not sorry for what we accomplished. None of that shit. I just realized that what my expectation was and what hers was didn't meet at the center. And a lot of times we don't have that conversation. We say stupid shit like unconditional. Don't nothing come without conditions. Except for a parent and a child and a child and a parent. And even that shit got some conditions. But a relationship damn sure has conditions. But we say all that other shit because it sound good. Because we've been taught and told to say that shit. Everything comes with conditions. And that's an important conversation that people don't have earlier on. We talk about a lot of dumb shit. Like what you do for a living, what positions you like. We don't talk about what conditions we want to be loved under. And that shit is important. To even understand what's your condition. But motherfuckers always talking all this love language shit. Fuck that. What condition do you want to be loved under? What condition do you want a relationship under? Because we don't have to do this the way society said.
Not at
We
all.
can do it however we are comfortable with. And sometimes that's the important shit, especially us as men, is having that conversation. Because coming from the environments that most of us come from, we fucked up.
You
And
fucked
if
that
we
real bad.
fucked up,
You fucked that real
the women just as fucked up.
bad. Yeah, that's a fact, G.
But nobody thinks about that. Nobody understands that. Us men, we don't do a good job of talking about it
Mm-hmm.
at all. That's why I think it was dope what you doing right here. Because men don't talk. When men express their pain through anger.
Facts.
That's the only emotion that is okay for a man to feel.
Right.
We like to say we not emotional. We some of the most emotional creatures ever. We just don't like using the word.
How you think we did how you think we
But
break
we
niggas
emotional as
jaws?
fuck.
How you think we break niggas jaws and
We just
shit?
don't know how to relate that
It's
all
just
the
fact.
time. We let so much shit go inside of a relationship. We because we begin to think, well, long as she happy,
Right.
but you ain't happy.
Nah, not at all.
So you don't say nothing about the little shit that she will say something about,
Uh-huh.
because that's just the way that they design.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why you have a place like the Manosphere even exists, because it's a smidgen of the truth in it. And
Hmm.
whenever there's a smidgen of the truth in something,
You can put a whole bunch of lies
people
around
will
it.
gravitate towards it because it sounds familiar. They done been through it. They done seen it. They done been
Mm-hmm.
treated like that from a woman.
Mm-hmm.
Not understanding, she just as fucked up as you. Just as fucked up. Whole lot of them looking to be saved. Whole lot of us don't know how to love. A lot of them don't know how to be loved or what love feel like.
Mm-hmm.
They don't know. They only know their previous experiences and what they think somebody can do for them. Whether it be a street nigga, a square, a regular motherfucker, they just see initially what that person driving, what they do for a living, and what they possibly can change for them in their life. Is they
Mm-hmm.
wrong? No.
No, not at all.
No, not based on the way that they was raised.
Not at all.
Because they was raised to look for those things. They wasn't
Facts.
raised to look for character. Like we weren't raised to look for character. So I say all that to say, and the common denominator is us. You add social media in that when people not even having conversations really no more. I remember right after my divorce, I went out on a date with a girl, and Shorty sit across from me, texting me. I didn't even respond. I'm like, you right in front of me. You just asked me that. Why are you texting me? And stop taking pictures of the food. Like we don't even know each other. Like why are you taking pictures? What are you doing? You know what I mean? But I ain't never been through nothing like that. Like I ain't go. This not me being
It's
cocky or
goofy as
no shit
fuck.
like
It's
that.
goofy.
But when you outside, it's certain shit you ain't gotta go through. Like I ain't had to go through court no woman, no shit like that.
Right, right.
So after 20 years of marriage, that dating shit, that was my first experience really dating. My whole adult life was spent with one woman. You feel what I'm saying?
Right. No,
So
that's
all
okay.
that shit was new for me. And sitting across from these women that's supposed to be educated and shit like that, and realizing a lot of them don't even know how to have a conversation just
Yeah.
about
Just the
their
basics.
own
Yeah.
life.
Yeah. Right.
What you say, pre?
No, no. I'm just saying. Yeah. That's the basics. No, keep going. I'm gonna mute myself. Go ahead. Talk your shit. Go ahead.
Like that, that should fuck me up. Like it was this one chick we met and shit. We met in traffic actually, and we went out a few times. And my thing was back then, if you want to know somebody, you take a long trip with them, because you can't be phony, but for so long
You're right.
driving in a car.
Yep.
Eventually, you're gonna have to be who you are.
Mhm.
And she was going through a situation with her mom. Her mom was in a real bad car accident. Me understanding that, she used to take a trip up to Charlotte every weekend to see her mom in the hospital. So I volunteered to take her up there, her and her daughter. Everything was fairly cool. But anyway, skip ahead. We went shopping. I seen a coat that I wanted, so I got the coat. And she bought a coat. Anyway, when we get back and I drop her off, she says to me, on everything I love, she says to me, I had a nice time, but I don't understand why you didn't buy my coat. You only grabbed the coat because I got a coat. You didn't really want that coat. You wanted to do some dumbass test to see if I was going to buy you a coat. And obviously I failed because I wasn't buying you no goddamn coat. I don't even know you like that
Fact.
to buy you a coat.